Honestly, my mind is blown. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. This is very exciting. I placed an order a few weeks ago for something that has turned up last night, and I wasn't quite expecting it to look like this, but it means it's practically Christmas. I wasn't really expecting it to come IKEA style in flat pack, but it is what it is. Now, have any of you got an idea what that is? Because it's exciting. It's very, very exciting. I'm hoping there's some instructions in there, because it doesn't look like that when it's together. If we have some instructions, I will probably chuck them in the bin, which is what men do, isn't it? They don't read the instructions, and I'll just put it together freehand and hope for the best. Anyway, I want to go find a Stanley knife and then dig my way into that bad boy. Oh, cool. Anyone got any ideas yet? I'm not going to tell you until it's put together, but a bit more of an idea now. If you think I'm excited, Dad's just about to turn up. He's going to wet himself. Yeah, I thought it'd be a bit more of a flat pack thing, but it's not. Looks cool though, dead smart. Look how cool this is. And the lights look, I like this. Can you help me, like maybe put this, like, drop it down? Because I feel like it might attack me. But just lift you up. Put that block under there. Right. That should do it.
Well, it doesn't block here.
Yeah. Mud guards. Alright, let's get you up there. Get that out. Okay, I might need a hand now. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was easy enough.
Right.
Yeah. I might want to block under it again, actually, just because I don't want to break the blue things. Look, he's turned up to say hello. Say hi. Can you do that? He's actually just turned up to bring me my lunch because I forgot my lunch. Say hi. You can walk round. Do you reckon you can tighten them wheel nuts up for me? Save me a job. What do you think of this? That'll be your job when you're a bit older. All she needs now is the mud guards to go on. Beautiful. Worked out what it is yet? Well, if you haven't, this might be the last clue I can give you. You've guessed it. I've treated him to a bale unroller. Look at that. Genuinely think this is the best bale unroller on the market. There is a few different ones, but this is the Burge Bale Unroller, and it is built like a brick outhouse. It is the mutts nuts, this thing. And we've got a bit OTT on it. We've got like all the optional extras, so all the boxes ticked. It's even got GPS. No, it hasn't got GPS. Right, so how this works, we've got these spikes here that spike into the bale, and then it'll hold the bale on that frame there. So we've got to pull them out. It's going to be a bit of a learning curve because we've never done this before, but we're going to pull these spikes out, back the thing up to the bale, and we have got a big mallet. I don't know if you can see it on there, so we can whack them in if we need to. There we go. Now this winch on here is proper strong. You pull that little thing back and then you move it sideways. That's a really strong made winch, that is. Impressive. Wind it backwards, and then you have to, if you got it, have you lifted it off? You should be able to, whoa. If you just, right, pull that thing, put it into the middle one. Right, stop. Right, now you ought to be able to just pull it out. No?
Right now. No.
There we go. Right, so we've pulled that back. Hopefully, that should be about right. If you back up now and back in there, we should be able to get them in. See if he's good on this court. This is what he reckons he is. Whoa, 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 no, no, no. Your backing's terrible. Bloody kids. Here, keep coming at that. Whoa! About there. Right, so we're about in the middle of the bale. Yeah, that should be about right. We now just got to ram them in, and hopefully we'll be able to hold it. I don't use the hammer, use the big hammer. Looks like something out of Looney Tunes, it's so big. Oh, that one's probably, this side wants to go forward a bit. Right, now push that in. Right, so we've now spiked it in. This is great as well, look at this. It's got a proper little holder on here for your big mallet, so you can take it everywhere. And I'm really impressed by these light brackets, because the last thing you want is cows rubbing around really poorly made light brackets, but they're super strong. Right, the idea is now that we wind this up, and it should lift that bale up off the floor and tip it back and like bring the weight back onto the drawbar. Right, so we're going to take it down the field now, because we've got to run that bale out for tomorrow's cows. So there's no cows in there, but at least we can give it a bit of a demo without getting all the cows wrapped around it. I've got one.
They got a win?
Yeah. So theory is now, take the net off, drop the frame back, let the bale run on the floor, and as you can see it wobbles, so it should spin round, and let the hay out. We'll see how it goes. It's on backwards. This is the way round you told me to put it.
Yeah, no. Backwards.
Oh, I see what you mean. So what he's saying is, the bale is, hopefully will be rolled out in the way that's the hardest to roll it. So obviously when you make a bale, it goes in and makes the bale that way, so it's easiest to roll it out that way. The idea is that we put this on backwards so it rolls out slower than the easy way. Does that make any sense? Right, pull that. Should go onto that one. No? Which one? Oh no, flip the thing. Then it'll be a bit slower. You've got to tip it. That's got to be able to go down low enough to get halfway.
Yeah.
There? Try that. Yeah. See how it goes. Alright, so you can see now bale is on the floor. So in theory, as Dad drives forward, it should just peel it off nice and slowly. Right, whew, chasing after that. So now you can see the bale's all rolled out. Just got the last little bit here, but it's gone a lot further. So that theory is that if it goes further, you'll get less treaded into the floor because the cows will spread out more. So hopefully that'll work. But normally we roll it out the fast way because the cows are pushing on the other side. We're trying to get it done as fast as possible. But this will be amazing because we'll be able to just do that and drive, and the cows should stay well away from us. You can kind of get it set up before you come into the paddock. So this is what's quite cool. You see these here? It's got these little skid plates so that it doesn't touch the floor, so you don't bend your spikes. If you hit a molehill or something like that, that should kind of just give you a rock. Yeah, that'll glide over the top of it. I like these for holding the spikes in too. Really strong, big, chunky bits of kit they are, just to stop it bending anything. And there, this is the pièce de résistance. So obviously, as you know from our buggy, we've got the ramp at the front, so when we go over wires we can hit it with that. It'll go underneath the wheels, along the body of there, because that's all flat underneath those wheels, and then it will come out. But obviously if we've got this on the back and it pings up, it could get caught. So these will allow the wire to continue to just flow underneath here, under the wheels and out the back. So when we go into a new field, into a new paddock, we don't have to worry about dropping the fence. We can literally just drive in as we normally do, which will make life a lot easier. Dad's going to demonstrate for you. He's going to put a wire up and then we'll drive across it, show you how it works. Yeah, that's a good point, to see if it works, because we've not actually tried it, so hopefully it'll work. Whilst he puts that wire up, I'll just show you why I like this. See how strong this is? Like all the reinforcing on that corner there. I've got reinforcing down here. There's an extra tube that runs up the inside of there, which that bolts onto, which makes it really strong. So we've got a bit more strength in the drawbar, so that won't bend. A lot of this box section isn't square box, it's actually rectangle, and it's put on the edge so that we take the strongest way with less stress. Obviously, BBU, Burge Bale Unroller, that's the place to get it from. Also, really like the fact that it's galvanized. The other ones that we've seen have all been painted, which is fine, but if these bits are all running in the grass all the time, if you've got long grass, they're just bound to end up losing the paint and then going rusty, and then they go rusty and they fall apart. So that is going to last pretty much forever, I hope.
Cow muck, best lock.
Yeah, cow muck, which is just going to kill anything. That, yeah, it's best Loctite in the industry, that is. You can't get wheel nuts off when they're covered in cow muck. And I'm really impressed. Like I said, I'm impressed with how those lights are. I'm impressed with the wiring. Look at this. Oh, a real chunky wire and the cable straight into there. That's really good. I think that's quite well done, that is. The other cool thing with this is you can get a pipe winder that goes on the back. So it's almost like, imagine two big crosses with a pipe welded between them. So you can put those rods through the pipe and then use the winder to wrap up all of your blue alkaline pipe. If you want to move big lots of water pipe to other fields, you just hook it up on the back of there, drive it across, same as the bale unroller. So you got something to use in the summer as well as in the winter. Right, Dad's going to give us a bit of a demo, see if it actually goes across this wire. So he's strung a wire up here, as you normally would for the cow fence. And here he goes. Underneath the buggy, underneath there, and boom, job done. We're going to head back to the yard, put another bale on it ready for him to take to Thornton in the morning, and then we'll have a few days of using it, and I'll get the drone up when we've got the hang of it, and we'll actually use it with some cows in the field. Whoa! It's heavy, this mallet. It's hard to swing it. Dad's just dropped that off now because he's got to go and finish some grass measuring with the buggies. So we're going to leave that there ready for the morning. But what's great about that as well, like the winch holds it up, so when he backs up, it's just perfect height. Anyway, I'll see you in a few days when we've got the hang of this thing. Right, so whilst we get a hang of the bale unroller, I thought we'd come and talk about grass allocation and how we add bale grazing into the grazing rotation in order to make sure we've got enough grass. So I'm going to start with a fictional farm. We've got 100 cows. They each weigh 600 kilos of body weight. They're going to need somewhere in the region of 3.5% of their body weight in dry matter allocated every single day if they've still got calves at foot. We're talking about a spring calving cow now. So a spring calving cow with a calf at foot is going to need about 3.5% of their body weight in dry matter, and that's because we're allocating for the calf. So that's taking the calf into consideration, so we don't have to do any maths for a calf. If you've weaned the calf, you're going to be about 1.8 to 2%. At 2%, you're probably going to get a bit of a body condition score gain, but you're not trying to get too much body condition score gain at this point, because if you do push your cows too hard, especially in months 4 to 6 of pregnancy, you're going to set the placenta big, and then a big placenta will feed a big calf, and a big calf is going to cause you problems at calving. However, we don't need to worry about that because we're at 3.5%. 3.5% of 600 kilos is a 22 kilogram allocation in dry matter every single day. Now we've got 100 cows, that means we want 2,200 kilograms of dry matter for that group every day to keep them happy. Now this time of the year, we all know the grass ain't growing like it used to, so we're having to really manage our grass now, and bringing in bale grazing is something that we can do to help slow down the rotation. So I'll do hay in green. If we have a 400 kilo bale and it's about 85% dry matter, that's 320 kilos in dry matter. If the utilisation is around about 80%, we're going to be looking at 275 or thereabouts kilograms of utilised dry matter. So if we can bring 2 of those bales in to this group of cows, we're looking at 550 kilograms of dry matter for those cows in hay. Now, we need 2,200 kilograms of dry matter every single day for these cows, but we could allocate 550 for bale grazing. So if we take 550 off of the 2,200, that leaves us with 1,650, if my maths is correct. If we're then going into entry covers of 3,350 kilograms of dry matter per hectare, and we only need to allocate 1,650 kilos of grass, that means that when we've finished grazing that hectare, we're going to be left with a residual of 1,700 kilograms of dry matter per hectare, which is perfect for this time of year when we're trying to set our grazing up ready for the spring. And if you look at this, 1,550 and 1,650 allocated for the cows, that means that every 3 days on this imaginary farm, we're gaining a day's worth of grazing. So if we've got 30 days ahead of our cows, we're gaining 10 days. So bale grazing becomes quite a handy way of slowing down your grass in order to eke it out as much as possible at this time of year, so that you don't have to house as early, because each day that you've got cows outside, you're probably gaining 50 pence per head per day. So it soon adds up to be quite a chunk of change. If you want to do the maths yourself for your farm, remember 3.5% if you've got calves at foot. If you've weaned them, 1.8 to 2%, and you'll be absolutely golden. Anyway, let's go see how we're getting on. Okay, that thing is a complete game changer. It is making life so easy going and feeding them cattle, because we're not having to take tractors, forklifts, God knows what else, backwards and forwards 2 or 3 times. We're already going with the buggy, so we can run a bale out, we can run 2 out, we can nip back. Dad's getting on really well with loading up now. He's kind of got sussed. He backs up to the bale. He started to work out how much of the strap he needs to let off the winch, and then just puts it straight in, pushes the pins in, winches it up, off he goes. It's like seconds. It's bloody brilliant. Also, we're making use of the Corvus more, which is good because we use that all the time. Super simple, and it justifies it even more. Honestly, this bale unroller, it's changing the game. And as we go to having more cattle outside more of the time and having more cattle in general, it's just going to be, honestly, my mind is blown. It's going to be so good. It's just, yeah, game changer. Anyway, I've got some stuff to go and do. It's wet again, as usual. Nothing changes here. Whatever you get up to this weekend, have a good one. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you in a bit. Ta-da! Hey, if you haven't seen it already, why not check out this video? Or you can subscribe by clicking on that logo. Alternatively, head to www.bodysfarm.com, where you can read more about the farm, check out some blog posts, or treat yourself to some of the amazing clothing that we wear here every single day. Cheers!